Hi there, it's Mark Purvis here. I've been posting weekly parkrun videos, as those who follow this channel know, and I've been travelling around Melbourne doing different parkruns and seeing what sort of performance I can get out of my old body. I'm 68 years old, soon to turn 69. I've been a competitive runner for probably the best part of 50 years, with a few breaks here and there for injury and illness, but I'm still here. I still get white line fever when I get on the start line of any race, even in parkruns, which we know is not a race, but for me it is, and it's all about improving my time and getting the best out of myself. So I had been targeting sub 20 and had been battling to get it, running just over 20 minutes for a few runs in a row. Last weekend, I didn't video the parkrun because it was at Melbourne, where I had done a video before, so I didn't bother putting the camera on my cap. And of course, guess what? I got my target. I ran inside 20 minutes. It's a fast course, Melbourne, I think probably the fastest in Melbourne, and it certainly proved that way. Last weekend I ran 19 minutes and 33 seconds, which was very pleasing. That works out at about 3 minutes and 55 seconds per kilometre. So here is the breakdown of the run according to my Garmin watch. Given that I hadn't posted a parkrun video, I thought I'd do something different this week and take everyone on a journey through one of my training sessions, which performs the basis of my week, and that is my Tuesday interval workout. I do that with the Melbourne midday milers. We meet down at the Tan, which most of you know, and we have a program we follow, and I run with them and try and do some intervals and work on my speed. Today the milers have got an event on which I'm not going to, so I'm going to train on my own, which does give me an opportunity to talk to the camera and film the session. So I'm about to go down to the Tan, and I'll resume this video once I get there. So I've done my warm-up and I'm now down at the Tan, which so many runners know so well, and I'm about to start my session. I like to do a warm-up anything between 2.5 and 4K, just at a nice easy pace, and now I'm ready to tackle the session. What I'm doing today is called, or we call it, the Melbourne Midday Milers call it, a descending set. I've been a member of the Milers for about 15 years, and this is a regular. We don't do it so often anymore, but it is one of my favourites, but it's tough. It's called a descending set because we go 1500, 1.25k, 1k, 750 metres, then finish with a 500 metres. So that comes out at exactly 5k, which I think is an ideal distance for an interval session. The first 1.5k includes the famous Anderson Street Hill, so I don't think that'll be too fast. But this camera now picks up my Garmin data, so it'll be interesting to have a look at the end of the session to see how it goes and see how I compare to previous years. So anyway, without further ado, it's a little warm here, it's a little breezy, but I shouldn't make excuses. Let's just get on with it, hey? was the first rep, done in a pretty slow 6.5 minutes. Haven't done enough hill training. Now we go downhill for 1.25 off 7.5 minutes, which is very soon. That's the second rep done, 2.75k down, 3 reps to go. That was a bit better downhill, get a slightly longer rest this time. Next rep goes off 14 minutes, which is in about 50 seconds time. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Melbourne. The sun is shining, lots of people out walking and running, but it's getting warm on the workout. All right, let's get ready for the next one. I'm hoping that was a kilometre. Bit of guesswork on that one because I'm not quite back to the start. 3.75 10, as we know, is 3.83. So pull up a bit short. It should be pretty right. Now it's just 2 reps to go. I'll start the next one off 19 minutes, 750 metres this time. Well, starting to feel like a petrol station now, running out of gas. Thankfully only 1 rep to go, and we will do that one off 23, which is now. Okay, that's the session done, and boy, am I glad that's over. It was getting rather warm out here, but session done. Hard to read my watch in the sun, but there we go. Elapsed time about 25 minutes for 5k, including the repetitions, so I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that's me back from another session at the tan. Nice, easy 2.5k jog back to the car. That's a pretty good session for me. I like to run around 60k a week with a day off, usually on Friday. So if I can average 10k a day, with a long run on Sunday, sort of padding it out, and shorter runs during the week. That works for me. It's always worked for me. I'm a great believer in tried and tested methods. You hear all sorts of different theories from personal trainers and people who claim to know a lot about running, but I think it's trial and error. When you've run for a long time, you work out what works for you and what doesn't, and you go with that, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I feel like I'm in a really good zone at the moment. So we'll do another park run next week. Sorry, got sweat in my eyes. Another park run next week, and then the Athletics Victoria has a road 5k race, which sort of suits me perfectly given that I've been doing 5k runs for quite a while now. That's on a Sunday morning, so I'm looking forward to that, getting into a really competitive race around Albert Park Lake and see what I can do. So that's me for another week. As I say, a little bit different this week, training instead of park run. I hope that was interesting to some of you and not completely boring to others, but each to their own, just like your training. So keep on running, keep on watching my channel, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.